It's your old pal Jake. It's been a minute since we've done one of these, and so we are long overdue. Today we're going to talk about gifts from the universe and pulling out all the stops to keep a song interesting from beginning to end. Things like dynamics, stops, chord structure, and song structure, as we've been talking about. I swear to God, when I started writing the song, I had every intention of doing 3 chords and a cloud of dust. You don't need more than 3 chords, right? And I was starting off on the classic 1-4-5. And I was working in the key of A minor. As we've talked before, minor keys are great if you're going to do a sad, melancholy song, and that's what we have today. So in E minor, the 1 is the A minor, of course, and the 4 is the D minor, speaks so much. And then the 5 is the E minor. Minors all around. But when I was thinking about keeping things interesting, adding the 7 in there makes for an interesting transition to resolve back to the 1. So in this particular song structure that I was messing around with, it goes like this: A minor, D minor, back to the, then we go from the 1 to the 5, and then to the 7, back to the 1. And the universe gave me this one, so I'm probably like a lot of you songwriters out there. You have a million ideas that you write down, put on your phone, whatever. I was just screwing around one day, and the universe gave me this one. Then, of course, I couldn't leave well enough alone, and started thinking about how I was going to change up the chord progression on the chorus. And so when we write songs, normally to keep things interesting, when you have the chorus or the hook, you change up the chord pattern from what you have on the verse. And so on the chorus, to make it somewhat interesting, I started at the 1 with the A minor, but then go to the 6 with it, which is an F, and then switch to the 3, which is a C in this key, and then to tie it back all together again, we go from the 7 back to the 1. So it goes. And then we tie back to the 1. Back in to the chorus pattern, so we have this nice transition. One of the things that you also have to think about is when you transition out of the chorus, how do you tie that back into a smooth transition into the verse? And so the only thing that we had left was to bridge or not to bridge. And of course, in the interest of keeping it interesting, I was like, yes, we're going to bridge, and then are we going to keep the same chord progression? No, we are not. So on the bridge, since the C, the 3 in this key, complements the A minor so nicely, I decided to come into the bridge on the C and then go to the G. It's almost like we have a key change going on here. So in the bridge, we go 3 to the 7, to the 7, but the G, as we've seen earlier, ties back very nicely back to the 1, to our 4. Now the feel of the song, you might have noticed, is that I really like that 6/8 time that gives you a real kind of a triplet feel. Dun, 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 for music folks, you know, the 6/8 kind of can be like the same as a 2/4, just with the triplet feel. And so this is a nice melancholy key, a nice melancholy feel to it, and this is called "This Too Shall Pass." Lay down the shovel, stop digging the past. It's only a season, this too will pass. This too will pass. This too will pass. You might have noticed a couple other things on the song from a performance standpoint. You see my style. I do a lot of hammer-ons and lift-offs in the midst of playing the chords. That's sort of my playing style. And then when I went to the lower dynamic, I switched to the picking style where we hit the root of each chord as we go through that progression. A couple other points on the sort of the first verse. It has twice as many stanzas as the second verse, so we do really two stanzas, hit the hook, then we do the second verse, which is only one stanza, hit the hook again, transition into a musical interlude, and then we come out of that into the bridge, And as we swing back into the one of that key, then we hit the outro with the hook being that lower dynamic piece, and then we hit the outro. So we have a lot of things going on. It was very intentional. Each one of these sorts of feeling changes, dynamics changes, stops, always keeping in mind how to keep it interesting for the listener and putting that all together in a nice 3-minute package. So hopefully this song and the crafting of it will give you some ideas on how you can keep things interesting when you write a song. It doesn't always need to be 1-4-5. There's nothing wrong with a 1-4-5, and I swear to God, I was trying to make a 1-4-5, but sometimes how you go into these things is not how you come out of them. Okay, this is Jake. Until next time, keep writing.